Is music still king, or is marketing now the queen that actually runs the place? Today, we're challenging the idea that you need a manager to succeed. We're breaking down how Benny Rodrigues has stayed at the top for 20 years by doing his own boring office work as a form of punishment to keep himself grounded. Plus, Ralph reveals the internal friction behind the Bassjackers duo, balancing studio musicality against dance floor effectivity. We're also diving into the red flags you're missing in label contracts and Ralph's exact step-by-step mastering chain. Whether you're in the gym or literally listening while you're mid DJ set, let's dive in. Welcome everyone to the Artist Coaching Podcast for all the artists who are still here. And welcome to our hosts, Ralph. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah,
Jay
I'm
is,
closing down my FL Studio.
Yeah, and Jay is rebooting. He was, I don't know what happened there, but we will see. Anyway,
see.
I see the first people coming into the chat. John and Mr. Smith, Ben Singh, Avehart, I think. Avehart, yeah. Lion Harris, Bit3 Music, The Nuller, Gerard Francis. What's up, everybody? Israel Carter is here as well. Gerard, how's the trip, man? I saw you were in Thailand now. He's actually traveling the world. I see Jobke. There you go. Is it recording now?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. We were just talking. Jay is not in the studio again. What's happening?
I'm flying to China today in a bit, so I actually have a show again, which I'm very excited about.
In China?
In Shenzhen?
Yeah.
Oh, he's flying to China. Probably.
Well, maybe it's a layover. Who knows?
No, I have a show.
Then he's flying to somewhere else, but he has a layover in China.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so a show in Shenzhen. Looking forward to it.
Very much so, yes. Actually, there was some last minute changes because it was supposed to be a festival, top-based festival, but out of nowhere, something with the permits. But now I'm playing a club show at Jade in Shenzhen, which is a big club.
Good club.
So I'm excited that they could manage to change all this and got all the artists at this club instead.
So
and I'm playing also with Hills.
Okay.
Which I never realized that Breathe Carolina is also Hills. So I saw that and I was like, oh, who's Hills? And I looked them up, like, what? That's them?
You didn't know?
So,
dude.
I also didn't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
so that's
funny,
fun.
Marlon,
Seeing old friends.
We were booked on a festival for this summer, and we were playing after Avayon, but Marlon didn't know him, but he's big.
He's huge. I've had him in the podcast a couple of times, right until the moment he blew up.
Okay.
So there's like, if you scroll back to the episodes, there's like an episode, I think 5 years ago, where he just got started. And then there's an episode when he reached his first 100 million streams, I believe. And I believe there's another one where he went viral on TikTok. And after that, like he was.
Yeah, he does really well. He's like Fred again, Bunt, all that kind of stuff. And he's also in that range. And I think
super nice guy.
Yeah, and he does really well. His music is very nice. The shows look really awesome. And but Hills is Breathe Carolina, man. It's good old Tommy Coops.
Yeah,
and
that's
David.
Fun.
Yeah,
it's very fun. Yeah, I've known them for 10 years now or something. And the last time I saw David only in China, which was like 2021 or something. So that's gonna be fun. Seeing old friends is always very fun.
They actually do really well. They
I saw
they work with Fisher a lot, and a lot of those tech house guys are supporting their music. And
try to get them in the podcast.
Collab with Anima.
Yeah, collab with Anima.
Yeah. So huge.
You should try to get them in the podcast. Ask them. Ask him. Is it them or him?
Yeah, it'll be fun for sure.
It's them.
I'm pretty sure they're down. I just don't know their schedule. It seems crazy full, but
usually it's LA time, so yeah, you gotta
It's early
be up
morning.
really early
Early morning. Yeah,
or stay up really long.
exactly. Either one of them.
After a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Brian Andrade? It's Martin Stevenson is back in the chat as well. Gerard Francis is heading out for some dinner.
Also,
Well, bon appetit.
this is a funny story
Yeah.
because I'm always interested in when are people listening to our podcast? Like, of course, we have all the live guys. Shout out to you guys. You were the
Yeah.
day ones, and
The
we really
realest.
appreciate that. But there's also people that listen in their car or in the gym or on a walk. But I'm curious. And then I was speaking to Andrew A, who is also a DJ and is a frequent listener also of the podcast. And he says, I sometimes listen to you guys when I'm DJing.
When he's DJing,
So,
how?
so,
How does that
so
work?
I'm like, how the hell
Yeah.
does that work? So he plays this this club, I guess, or maybe it's like a kind of cafe that also turns into a club later. And then he has like sometimes there's not much to do, so he's like playing kind of an opening. It's kind of opening time maybe, or just it's a slow night. And he puts one AirPod in, and he's listening to the podcast while he's DJing.
Wow.
It's the best story
like
ever.
multitasking.
That's
To
pro.
the max.
ultimate.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate multitasking.
So I don't know if he's listening live. If that's the case, shout out. Don't mess up your next transition, Andrew.
Dude,
Andrew A.
mess it up. Fuck
But,
it.
That's
Hey,
insane.
let's go. You get my respect anyway.
Yeah.
True. True.
And to everyone in the chat right now, like, sure, most of them probably listens live, but I also get a lot of people who listen while traveling. Most of them do, actually. If they have like a side job or something when they do commute, they just listen to it. By the way, I'm not sure if you noticed, but last week's episode did very well. Did you see it?
I
Why?
didn't see it.
Just on YouTube, it has been over 2K views.
Oh, sick, man.
Yeah. And I think it's because of the thumbnail and the title and all that stuff.
No, it's because it's really interesting.
And
man.
it's really interesting.
Dude,
it's like
substance.
Sure, the product should be good, but the packaging should be good as well, right? And I think for this, it has been the packaging.
Nowadays, the packaging needs to be good as well. I know, but still, it's all about the substance for me, man. I'm a purist.
Pure knowledge.
The thing
bombs,
is,
1
and
hour
that's
long.
what we try to tell everyone, I think, that the substance has to be good and is without a doubt very good on this podcast, the Artist Coaching Podcast. But nowadays, yes, there's so many people with good substance. Now you need that packaging to get that shit heard.
Yeah,
so
to
that's
stand
the,
out,
the
right?
golden combo you're always looking for.
Yeah.
But that the substance is good, of course, on this podcast, without a doubt. We never wing it. We always prepare
Full preparation.
days in advance.
Full preparation.
Yeah, but yeah, on a serious note, I guess that's the case if you're an artist. Substance is good. Okay, that's the first step, I guess. Then comes the real thing to get that out
Well,
there. That's the
It's that saying, like, music is king, but marketing is queen.
Yeah, but maybe, I don't know, maybe they're both king or queen. Yeah,
You
I
can't
think
have
it's
two
better to
kings.
be queen right now. Ladies are nicer.
it's interesting, but
that's just
I
me.
don't think you can have the exposure without actually the substance long
I have
term.
I have an example. I spoke to someone yesterday. Yo, what up, J-Dog?
What?
He will know. But you know, Bassjackers. It's like this is like real life for us, I think. Loads of DJs, like a lot of them. I cannot open my Instagram or I see somebody playing our tracks. But how can I communicate to the world to know, like, yo, we are the real deal. Everybody's supporting our tracks at every festival. Doesn't matter where you are, you're hearing us. It's us. Book us. We are the real deal. That's the communication failure. That's the not bringing the substance over
That's
to
the marketing.
Yeah.
Your product is insane. Maybe the marketing lacks a little bit, but
Hey, oh, I totally agree. That's what we're talking about internally, but now
Actually,
also externally.
Okay, Joe is on a rampage. Joe is on a rampage, you know. It's taking it personal here.
No, not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
personal at
No,
all.
but it's good. I can take a little bit of a hit, especially when it's the truth. I don't mind. But yeah, but I think that's the whole the issue: substance, communication, packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do have an interesting. Let's just dive into directly since we're talking about it.
you have something interesting.
Yeah, I have
Now
two
I'm really
things.
curious.
I have two things I want to show that I wanted to talk to you about. A post, actually, one that just got posted an hour ago from our main man Benny Rodrigues, and I think Ralph, you're gonna like this. Let me just read it for everyone who's listening. He posted a picture of him behind the desk. Benny Rodrigues is one of the OG DJs in the Netherlands.
He's like the realest of the realest.
He's the sickest DJ out there. Still is for like 20 years or something, 20 plus years.
Always did his own thing.
Yeah, it's insane. And he posted a picture of him sitting behind a desk and he wrote down, "Most of you probably don't know that since day one, I do my own bookings plus management. People always ask me why bother doing all this extra work instead of just joining a booking agency and manager like most artists. Well, at a young age, I already felt a strong need to become as independent as possible, not getting caught too much into industry politics and such. Next to that, I've always considered DJing more as a hobby, passion, that I'm super blessed and happy to earn my living with, rather than just an actual job. So to compensate that easy fun side of my DJ life, I figured out as some form of punishment, if that makes any sense, I take on the boring office work side as well. I then realized that I actually enjoy being in close contact with the people behind the parties I play for, and I noticed it the other way around too, making it a whole experience just a lot more personal and meaningful." And then he starts ramping about like phone and stuff, but this is the part I really liked, and I think Ralph thinks the same about it, but yeah. What are your thoughts?
Oh no, this is it.
The rest is about the fact that he doesn't
Okay. I
have a
was reading
smartphone.
his post. No, true, but no, I totally agree. I also think it's really good for a person to educate yourself and try to learn new stuff. And especially the all what he calls boring stuff as a punishment. That's not a good driver, but it's good to know what it's all about. I mean, you have so many things that have to be arranged before you're actually playing a set. To know all those facets of those are just as much part of the dance scene and community as the DJ and the music is. So I think it's really good for a person to know a lot about all the facets, so you can understand how much effort everybody is making to get you out there, do your thing, and people to enjoy the show.
Yeah. What about
So
you,
yeah,
Jay?
no, he's my respect has even grown larger than before.
Yeah, I have the same amount of respect for him. I think he, like Ralph said, he's a legend. He's one of the foundations maybe of house music here in Holland, and I do think it's admirable that he does everything himself. But I also have to say, eventually there is limits to what you can do yourself, and also where your strengths are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Benny has probably found that he is very good communicative and maybe on the business side as well. But I think it's also fine if you acknowledge your kind of weaknesses and say, hey, I'd rather have an agent that can negotiate better for me because I'll play for free if it's, which is also not good if you want to make money eventually. But I think for beginning DJs, it shows even at that level, you can do it yourself. And I think that's important.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, you don't want to be like, oh, if I find an agent, then things will really get started. That's not how it works. So I think it's a good example for a lot of DJs and beginning DJs.
What I like most about it is that he says like that he kind of willingly chooses to take the pain just to keep realizing how fun the other side is. right? Like
Talking about the pain.
no, but like what Ralph said a couple of episodes ago, which we clipped by the way, and a lot of people liked it. Like the worst thing that can happen if this all fails is that you can get an actual job, right? Like remind yourself that music still is a great thing, and if you can make your living from it, it's insane, and you should be aware of that. And I think he hacked himself by doing that painfully boring work, in his opinion.
And
He reminds himself on a daily basis, like, dude, DJing is so easy. It's such
dude,
an easy job.
this is meant to be. You're talking about the pain. Benny is talking about the pain. My new track
No
that's coming
way.
out on Friday is called The Pain.
No, wait, where's the horn? Wait, where's
It
the
has a
horn?
vocal. It has a.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we need the horn.
I
Horn
didn't
is
trigger.
always funny. And it has a lyric in it that says, "The pain you feel sometimes isn't meant to leave you broken, but rather break you open." And
AI
it's
is getting
like,
better and better, man. Holy
it's
shit.
not AI. It's not AI. It's Splice, but it might be AI, and then uploaded to Splice. Whatever. But I think that sentence, it shows you like, hey man, sometimes it's gonna be shit. Sometimes you feel pain. Sometimes it's like, but that can trigger something in you as well. It can show you like, oh wait, it can, like he did with turns out, that's what he said in his story. It's like, hey, the boring side, turns out he likes doing that and he
Yeah.
likes to be involved. So it
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually,
Poetic, man. This is all so poetic that my track and Benny.
so insane. I actually have a fun
This
story
is the
about
one.
Benny.
This is the one.
I actually have a fun story about Benny back in the days. I used to organize my own parties as well. And I booked Benny once together with
Oh.
DJ Rogue, like I think 10 years ago. So I kind of experienced the other side of it. So booking him personally and doing it over text, like just sending text like, hey, when are you coming? And no contracts and stuff. And I must say it felt very like personal and very authentic. Like you really appreciated the fact that he took the time to reply and all that stuff. But the paperwork and stuff was really bad, as in it took a long time before we got the invoice and all that stuff, so yeah, that's probably the downside, but aside from that, I really like the way how he approached it back then. In the meantime, we have another donation from our one and only Melodramatic
Dude.
Music, $100. Came by to show my
Insane.
support as always to my second family with the AC team. May not be around as I have family matter to tend, but will always tune in the background to hear what my mentors have to say. And the selfless shill so cold is out this Friday. Oh, nice. So it's
Hoppa. Hey, we should all check it out.
Congrats,
and,
man.
Yes.
yeah.
So called by Melodramatic. I think with that donation, you definitely deserve a big shout out.
And
Well,
good
not
luck.
even. We're a community. We should all support each
Yeah,
other.
of course. But it's like, yeah, of course. But
and good luck with the family.
Otherwise, the podcast becomes a marketing tool for others.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
For God's sake, don't let that happen. And best of luck with the family matter, by the way. I hope things will go well for you. For those who just checked into the podcast, welcome to this live stream. We are live on Wednesday, as we always are. If you have a question for us, you can leave it in the Discord. The link is in the chat. It's pinned, so it's on top of the chat. And there's a poll which you can fill in, and it's about what's more important, music or marketing promotion. So please answer that. So
I think that's a silly.
Right now,
poll,
it's
because I think one cannot exist without the other.
Well, let's discuss this later when the poll is fulfilled. Okay.
Okay.
Shall we just go to the community questions?
Didn't you have two things?
Yeah, the other one's a clip of the week. Yeah, we can discuss that as well. Let's just first do the community questions, because last week we had so many. Like we need the time. I think that's more important. Okay.
Well, start it in.
Hey, quick break. If you're an artist who's serious about growing his career, but you feel stuck and you don't know what to do, you feel overwhelmed, that's exactly what we help you with at Artist Coaching. At Artist Coaching, we offer one-on-one personal coaching for DJs and music producers who want to turn their passion into a sustainable career. Whether you're struggling with finishing your music, building your brand, or just figuring out how to stand out, we've been there and we can help. If that sounds like you, Head over to artistcoaching.nl and book your free intake call so we can check where you're at in your career and see if we can help you. All right, back to the episode.
Then
So get ready for
community questions.
As always, we take on questions in this podcast, which you can send in right into our Discord throughout the week, and we will take these questions in this episode. Let's start with a question from Mikey Foden. Question for Ralph. How does the Bassjackers Duo Dynamic work? Is it more you in the studio and Marlon touring now? And how often do you guys sit together to work on tracks?
Marlon is here when he's in Holland. He's once or twice a week in the studio. Yeah, and he usually does his bookings in the weekend. So yeah, we see each other on a regular basis. He has been on holiday in January though. And sometimes when you do 2 weekends of Asia, he stays in Asia or the States. But yeah, we see each other almost every week, and then we discuss everything from music to yeah.
And how do those conversations go? Like, is that Marlon giving you real life feedback, as in like how it went on the
Yeah.
dance floor, for example?
Yeah, and then we discuss it. Sometimes it's hard. You just forget about effectivity in the studio, effectivity of a dance record, and I think that's the main priority of any dance record is effectivity, and the rest comes later.
With that, you mean, is it danceable? Is it partyable?
Should work, should
Yeah.
make people dance, and but when you're making music, you want to hear music, and then musicality is something you strive for, and yeah, it's always a trade-off. And then sometimes he plays something and he says, yeah, shit, this build just didn't add up, it didn't work, and then back to the drawing board and make something new. Yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, basically it's me producing and him playing. But also, and sometimes when he says a track doesn't work, and then I can tell by the footage how he played a track, and then I say this is not how the track is intended to be, and then he should play it in a different way, and then it actually does work.
As in like
So
a
that's
different place
also
in the set or something.
no. It's just from the EDM era, a lot of people just hot cue tracks and don't really let them flow in. And now, intro's gotten us a lot longer now. So there's a certain point in the track where, in my vision, there's like this mini drop. But yeah, you should take that into account with what you play before that, and then work towards that a little bit. But if you don't do that, you don't get into a vibe of a certain track, and then the next breakdown will just lose effectivity.
Okay.
Hard thing. It's abstract, but yeah. So that's also sometimes
It's what
the case.
DJing is about, man. It's like know the entire track, know when to play which part. It's
Yeah.
and
When to
Marlon is a
transition.
very good DJ, and I think he's been through the hot Q days, and but he's always been a very good hot Q DJ, because the way you say it also makes it sound like, just put some hits together. But
No,
that's
true, but it went all just too segmented,
true. Yeah, definitely.
and still does a lot of the times. To be honest, that's why I like the new DJs so much. And
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and we strive to be also a little bit like the new wave, but still try to take all of our experience with that and become something new.
Evolution. Bassjackers 2.0.
Yeah.
Cedrin, question for everyone. I am finally at the point where I want to release my songs, but there's a problem. I love different genres and subgenres of EDM. Sometimes I make progressive house, then a house piano track, and then even a deep house track. I'm really unsure whether I can just release all of them or if it's simply too random.
Oh, just release all of them, and if one stands out and becomes a hit, let's call it that, and then you can always choose, is this something I would rather do and stick with, or stay with my own or my old ammo and keep on doing everything, then you
Yeah.
can eventually make a choice, and you can get your old stuff then offline. You know.
Yeah, it's better to release random stuff or too random and then realizing, oh, that doesn't work, than not releasing because you're afraid it might be
Yeah.
too random. And there might be your biggest hit in
But
there.
don't you
Uh,
think it's smarter to kind of keep it within a certain boundary? Because progressive house and deep house are pretty far apart, right? It's
Yeah, but still, if you like it all, and I mean, for now, you can always just, I mean, the first tracks, if they do 5,000 plays, could be, yeah. I mean, nice and all, but yeah, just do your shit.
no, but like
Doesn't matter.
if you build on that, if you keep doing that, like going from progressive house to deep house, how does a booker know what to book you for?
I don't even know if the person who's talking now does shows.
No, he's just getting started. He's just
Yeah,
at the
and
point where
that's why I'm saying just do everything then.
yeah. So
And
so
if
that
it, yeah,
changes once you kind of get your first traction.
if you go on the radar, then you can always make a choice. Yeah.
So you start out
Yeah.
with experimenting, and then once you
Well,
figure out,
But this
it's a
is
viable option. It's not a
yeah, and I
truth
think
per se.
as long as it's not techno one day and or maybe hardstyle is a bad example, and drum and bass the next week, you know, it's fine. And I think if you go with what you like, you kind of develop a style anyways in those different tracks. So even if it's piano house or progressive house, if you're a good producer and have a lot of your own in it, people can still tell. And then it's good to just hey drop those tracks. And there's so many ways to drop tracks. I think it's also not you don't have to officially release it. Hey, but just throw it out on SoundCloud. But get your music heard. And like Ralph said, then maybe one gets a bit through, and you're like, hey, I can work on that style a bit more and narrow it down a bit as you go. But then at least you got your music out there.
yeah,
right?
I think what's important to mention here is that is that this works for the beginning of your career, and then at
Yeah.
a certain point you do need to pick a lane. I would say, because otherwise it just becomes too fragmented. I think. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
I
so-
think so too.
yeah. So just to mention that, like at some point you need to make a decision, but yeah, for now you're good.
Yeah,
good
but
to
I
go.
hear this question a lot, this kind of question
Yeah,
with
yeah,
beginning
definitely.
DJs. Hey man, just get your music heard. I think there's been times where I kept too much on my hard drive, which should have been sent out even to other DJs. So just get it out there is the most basic starting point
Yeah.
of your career, I guess.
Did you guys see there was an interview of Diplo the last week, maybe 2 weeks ago at there's this other podcast called the Rider Is. Do you know that one?
The who is?
And the Rider Is ...
Okay.
And then Diplo was a guest, and he also mentioned something like that, like don't wait for labels and stuff. Like just get your music out there, post it on SoundCloud, share it with your friends, like get it heard, you know, like get it to the crowd
Yeah,
essentially.
it's all things that are okay. I mean, they can work and they can't work. Yeah, the thing is, if you have in mind a show you want to play with a certain style of music, bon appetit, Joey. I see you eating.
Nice.
And
My
let's
favorite.
ask Joey something real quick.
Canoes.
Canoes. No, but if you set out to do a show, it should be a certain style. You cannot go all over the place. Although, actually, you can. It's all choice. And well, however you see yourself playing music or anybody else, how you envision a good
Yeah.
set, just do it.
Yeah, you can.
But yeah, some have more of a chance of succeeding, you know, which is also subjective. What is success? But man, then we're going really deep. Yeah. But there's
And just
just
make
different
sure
strategies.
people other than yourself hear your music, and preferably as many as possible. Like that's the goal, I guess.
Yeah. Question from Israel Carter. I noticed a lot of big DJs tend to play very similar viral songs in their sets that you see on social media, and wondered, do you think DJs should put more effort into playing new tracks people haven't heard, especially on bigger stages, to separate themselves? Or is it okay sometimes to please your audience with songs they are familiar with, even though you might hear the same song a bunch of times at the same festival? So do you kind of feel that DJs need to become more creative or dig into the trenches?
Um.
You know who's
Well-
really good at making original choices, and I think also stands out for that. Mau P. If I see what he plays and the vocals he finds, throws in a little bit of Outcast. I think all his
Yeah.
vocals are edgy with the Tesla and everything, And he had this old Umek, or I actually don't know what was the vocal anymore. But he has some original choices. They aren't the obvious ones, and yeah, he stands out for it. But I see also a lot of DJs playing the same tracks in whichever genre. I mean, every genre has their hits, and a lot of DJs play a lot of hits.
And how do you deal with that? Like, do you do the same thing or do you try to be original?
Yeah, I think in that respect, me and Marlon are different people. I think Marlon, because he also stands on the stage, he makes more of a safe choice, and I like to take a risk here and there. But it's easy for me because I'm sitting,
You don't have to take
I'm
the hit.
standing in the crowd, and I will say boo just with the people if it sucks, and. It's also scary, to do stuff nobody else is doing, and pioneering is scary. Yeah.
And you, Jay, like preparing for a set in this weekend, for example, how do you think about that?
I bring a lot of my own music, new music, and usually I make mashups as well with some vocals. It really depends also on the location where you are playing. But it's cool, like if I play a brand new track that works really well, um, there's still gonna be people like that are gonna be like, hey, I'm not sure what this is. So it's like, but if you have a break then with a famous vocal, then people are like, hey, singing along, and then that new drop hits, and they're like, you take those just more people with you into that story.
Yeah.
So I think with everything, and that's a DJ set, there should be balance. There should be a good balance. Not everything should be like the easy choice hits. And there's good mashups and there's bad mashups. And I do think some of the big DJs, but that's easy set for me because I'm not a headliner. Um, like I'm not playing the main stage of Tomorrowland, for example. But I do think the big DJs, that's just an opinion, could be a bit more experimental and
Yeah.
try out newer stuff. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, a little bit disappointed. But they have their reasons for it, so they really think about their whole set and what they want to do. So that's what you always also have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
It's not just the easy way for them. It's like trying to get some type of reaction from the crowd.
Okay. Question from Mr. Space Elevator, new member of the community. By the way,
Awesome,
another
man.
sick mention. Last week I got an email that we hit a new milestone on the YouTube channel. We had more than 100 people subscribing to the channel in a week.
Oh, that's sick.
Wow.
So thanks for that, everyone listening. Welcome. And right now we have Mr. Space Elevator in the Discord. Hey guys, I'm completely new to producing and I'm wondering how long it may take me to get the similar quality as you guys have in terms of mixdowns. Am I thinking weeks, months, or maybe even years? I'm completely overwhelmed.
Can be any. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Depends on the person.
Yeah, I think it depends on how much time you spend in. But if you really dive into it, I think it could be months, a year, maybe 2 years, something like that.
Could be 10 years.
Yeah. Could be anything, but
Ah.
days, yeah, no.
No, not days.
Weeks, no. Months, could be.
A lot of months though, not 2 months. A lot of
Yeah,
months.
but the thing is, it doesn't matter if you're producing for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year. I mean, the learning curve nowadays with all the information that's out there, you can, take that hill in maybe 6 months. It's not a full-time studies. We're not lawyers. Yeah. Although lawyers are shitty.
Fuck the suit.
There's
Hey.
no
Yeah.
real answer for this. And also I think it's like if you because you say you're overwhelmed, man, don't focus on it. Get some discipline. You probably have discipline, but I'm not saying you don't. Get some discipline, get going, keep making music. You will find out. You have to love that process. Don't be focused on when do I master it. It's gonna
I'm actually
overwhelm you more and more.
I'm actually going into the studio this Friday. Forgot to mention.
Make music or
Yeah, make music.
coffee? Oh.
No, make music again. Like someone reached out to me that I know from back in the days, and he has a pretty sick studio, and he was like, "Yeah, let's sit down and have fun." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe I am down." And
Let's go.
someone called me last week.
Jobke back.
Someone called me last week to do another gig as well, as an opener. So I was like, "This is the universe. This is the
I know
universe
who.
calling me." I might. Let's see.
It's the blood goes where it can't.
It can't cry. Hey, by the way,
Where it can't crawl.
we have another sick donation of the Nuller of $100. Dudes, this is insane.
Wow.
Do people know that there's also an option to donate less? Like it's also an option
Yeah.
to do $1, $2, or it's dude, $100 is insane. Thank you
That's
so much.
crazy, man.
He says these insightful discussions, like the one about releasing various different styles versus the worry of being consistent enough at the beginning of a career, are so valuable. I hope the 2K views of the previous podcast is just the start. Thank you very much, man. I
Well, thank
appreciate it.
you.
And
Nice.
thank you for listening. Thank you. Okay, I need to. It's kind of.
We're getting humbled here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next question is from Second Memory. He has 2 questions about label contracts. I usually sign label contracts straight away, but do you usually negotiate things like royalty percentages or contract duration? Yes.
Yeah, especially contract duration, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say in general never sign the first version
Yeah. It's
Always-
always an opener
could
to
be,
the
if
to the
it's
negotiation.
if it's
Yeah.
okay. But in most cases, like there's always something you can negotiate. So
They're
Yeah.
all reds,
Usually-
man.
Usually, but they're not all reds. It's like if I
They
sell if I
Rata.
sell a couch on the internet, I'm like, people probably would pay 50 euros for this. So what do? I say, hey, 70 euros. I put it online. I'm like, and someone bids, because that's the idea. If someone's like, hey, here's 70 euros, I feel like, well, I'll take it, but you could have got bid less for it. I think that's the same with a lot of these labels contract, although
that's Dutch.
there's
Though.
less wiggle room than that much, maybe, but
It's the
there's
Dutch-
always some stuff to look at, and definitely look out for that they take your master rights. You usually don't want that, and for how long, because sometimes there's, I don't know if they still do, but like lifetime contracts, which you should not sign. It's like a maximum of 15 years.
You're such a commercial beast, man.
Man, selling couches.
He's-
Dude.
I'm 100% sure this is from a real life experience.
Well, not a couch,
I
but like
just
I've
sold his
sold
couch.
stuff.
Yeah.
I've sold stuff on Marktplaats, and sometimes Marktplaats is like the Dutch eBay, I guess.
Yeah.
They should sponsor us now, I think, because we have 20 viewers and 2,000 viewers afterwards. whatever.
I hate Marktplaats. Boom.
Well, I
There we go.
sometimes just I'll give it away for free. Because sometimes it's too much of
Yep.
people are asking things, and then like for that stuff, I'd rather have you take the lawn chairs or something I once sold, or gave away for free, because I'm like, no questions, I'll put them outside, you can pick them
Just
up.
pick them up. Yeah. Take
Yeah,
away my
yeah.
problem. Hey,
Yeah.
we got another donation from Andrew Warmitage. $3
What?
Aussie dollars. Thank you so much, man. He says just sending $2 to humble you guys. Thank you very much.
Oh, does the trick again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We missed
I
the
mean,
horn. We missed the horn.
I want to get out there. Everybody is listening. We're definitely not looking for donations, but we do appreciate it that people are now donating.
Yeah, man. It's insane.
And it's like, we really don't need that 100 euros, bucks every time. Just want to put that out there. We're not here to make
No.
money on this podcast. But hey,
We
it's
do need
still-
sponsors.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but getting back to the
Sponsor
contract.
would be nice, but that's
Yeah, getting back to the contract. I mean, for a starting artist, getting 20 years on your contract, it's pretty normal. It's long. Try to get it to 15. If you're doing a good job, it will be 10, 12 years. So that gives you a point to look at. We do get from labels, we get offers that you have a split of 40-60. That's 40 for the artist, but also sometimes 50-50. Then you probably will get a lot of costs that go off the top. Sometimes you get even 30, 70, and we all accept them from time to time because of every situation is a little bit different. So that's something you can look for. But always take into mind, Martin Garrix gets a better deal than all of us, and if you're just starting, yeah, you have to take some shit first. But
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
best is that you look at the royalty percentage. Okay, but those don't sign away for life or 25 years or try to
Very
reduce that.
important. Very important. Whatever you sign, you have to understand at that moment. So you might not remember it later, but make sure with either ChatGPT or a lawyer that is specialized in this field that you understand what you are signing, that you know exactly, because that's the thing where it goes wrong. We have examples here of like Ronnie Flex signing away a lot of his music and income, and then later starts lawsuits about it. But yeah, then the judge says eventually also, hey man, you signed it fully aware, so you should have gotten a lawyer or something. It's not that difficult. So make sure to understand what you sign is always my kind of rule.
Anim Music says, how much do I need to pay you to handle my contracts, Jobke?
Just book
Well,
him.
not
Call
that
his agent.
commercial,
Book
but
him.
yeah,
Get him
book
for
him.
an
book
hour
me.
or a half.
Host a
1
party.
hour. My hour rate is fairly high compared to
A lawyer.
lawyers, but
Yeah.
that's the DJ hour.
Okay, let's go to the next one because we already answered the second part of his question. Ave, I think. Hey there, I stumbled upon your podcast through Mero's Instagram story when you had her on, and I found it super helpful and interesting so far. My question is, have you tried the Faster Master plugin by David Guetta and Nicky Romero? And if so, how did you like it? And is it good enough on its own to use on a final version of a song? Or is it more something to use on demos?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
Okay. If you haven't used it before, what are the most important steps and plugins for your mastering routine?
I can tell you mine.
No, just
Mine,
the Soundgoodizer, dude.
the Soundguide is one probably, but my
No.
second most important one is called Bob Sunday, and he has mixed and mastered most of my records lately, the last few years, and I'm so happy with him that I'm like I finish my tracks and they're playable, but then the final like mix down, and you have to be understanding that it's already sounding really good, like top notch, and then Bob Sunday makes it even better actually.
Okay,
So
let
that's
me
my
walk you through
my
my weird ass.
that's my secret.
Hire Bob. Get a Bob.
Get a Bob Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, Ralph, what is your secret master chain?
First, stereo imaging, then compression, then multiband compression, then an inflator, then I have a clipper, then limiting, and then maximizing.
Okay. Producers, write down. Let's go.
It's really simple.
Okay, I got a question from Martin
and
Stevenson.
then you'll have like 3,000 buttons you can twist. So
yeah,
good luck with that.
Question from
just
Martin.
browse through presets also. Just trial and
error. Martin thinks about moving to Amsterdam, work, music, vibe. How's the housing situation there? Do I need to sell my kidney for a deposit?
Not even your kidney, man. Sell both your lungs and everything else.
Kind of. It's getting pretty crazy here. So if you want to buy, it's gonna be a challenge.
And if you want to rent, take a tent with you and hope for the best. Find a nice bridge.
Yeah, it's better
with
to
not
kind
too
of
many
look outside of
crackheads.
Amsterdam and just commute every now and then, I would say.
Well, what would you search for in Amsterdam? What kind? I mean, the music style in Amsterdam is really specific, which is hot there.
Work, music, and vibe in general. So,
okay,
multiple things.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing to move towards, but to really know the vibe and the scene and what's going on there, and because Amsterdam, I mean, we're not getting booked there. What we do, It's
Who gets
not
booked in Amsterdam now? Like more the techno guys, right?
No, it's more hard house vibes. I
Yeah.
see guys like Tjade playing there, Benwell, of
Lammer or
course,
Lemmer.
Lammer. Yeah, those guys.
Okay.
That's more of the Amsterdam scene. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's only one way to find out, if it's worth it. But the housing situation, coming back to your question, is it's very expensive.
Martin,
And
there's a
being
couple of
just
guys.
outside of Amsterdam. Oh,
Martin,
sorry.
there's a couple of guys in the community who actually made the move to Amsterdam. So you could ask them if you want. You can send
Oh.
me a message. I will let you know who they are. Okay.
Where would you guys move to if you have to move somewhere and also for your career?
For my career as like a
Ooh,
DJ
yeah.
or
Yeah.
Berlin, maybe.
I
haven't thought about it.
I
but
honestly think where we
maybe
live
Berlin.
is kind of the hotspot. Like
Okay.
you're in the middle of the world, as in you can fly anywhere. Yeah.
Goorlen is the hotspot for.
Yeah.
No, like the Netherlands in general.
No, because
Oh.
why I say that is like I live very close to Amsterdam, but the vibe here is really different than living in Amsterdam.
Mhm.
It's like night and day. So it's like I'm not sure if they advise of, hey, then you just move outside of the bigger cities. I don't know. Especially if you're younger, that's really not that fun, I think. It's like
Yeah, depends
nothing
on what
going.
you're looking
It's really
for.
like, yeah, if you're looking for vibe, it's
Yeah.
not here.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, next question from Legends. I've been participating on some contests that a few festival or clubs make to get a chance to play at those, and I won some. I was wondering what's your opinion on those winners usually aren't paid and are basically just filling empty spots for their lineups.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's just another
Yeah,
opportunity. But
I would pay them a little fee. I mean, get your bus
the only thing
ticket
I would
and
say is don't expect too much from it. As in, it's just another opportunity. You might get some money. You might have some experience, and if something extra comes from it, that's okay. But don't expect this to be the breakthrough.
yeah. Well, could be, but I'm always a little bit mixed on those things because sometimes it feels like they're putting out a context for marketing purposes to get a little bit of they get a lot of starting artists which do have a little bit of following combined, actually quite a lot, and get some movement. And then in the end, they don't really recognize or respect the talent they actually bring about. Because if I would host a contest like that, and then a person would get a slot, which is usually an opening slot, but okay, then I would also take good care of them. Make sure they get proper hospitality, get paid a little bit, especially expenses paid. Doesn't have to cost them so much money. So, and if they don't get that, then I'm a little bit mixed on it,
Yeah, exactly.
And because eventually they show their talent, they're actually talented enough. They beat a lot of other people, and I'm saying beat between brackets. Not everybody's watching. And then you gotta recognize talent and act accordingly. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Good old
I do
me.
think it's always a huge opportunity to get experience to play on a big stage. And
Yeah.
even if it's an opening slot for 5 people, just being on a big system, playing your own tracks or some of them, man, that's something you'll never forget
Yeah.
probably,
No,
and
it's
you just
insane.
it's huge experience.
Yeah.
Because also big stages in the beginning, you get more nervous. And then you can kind of already see how everything works backstage with coming to a festival. So then when you get bigger and bigger gigs, it's all this experience is gonna help you. So
True.
yeah.
Question for Ralph from So Spacey. How does a manager like Nigel help you and Marlon? I always assumed he was your manager, so forgive me if he isn't. He isn't anymore.
Oh, he's not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to different stages in a career, and you need different competencies to aid you in that career. Nigel was always good at a lot of stuff we really needed at that point, and he was also and still is a good friend of mine. And yeah, he actually made sure we got to bigger heights. Also by him, he was really responsible for a lot of our success. Yeah.
Okay.
But at some point, you get in another stage of your career, and yeah, everybody has to evolve, or yeah, you just need something different. I mean, look at a football team, and you're going for promotion, and then you get promoted, and then, well, sometimes you then also need another manager, yeah,
Yeah, you
another team
outgrow
manager
someone.
or a trainer, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, another question for Ralph from Oscar. Any cool tracks you've come across recently where the production has super impressed you? I need some inspiration.
Yeah, actually, there's always loads of the time, but I'm not having a list here with one that I can mention top of my mind. But I listen to a lot of music, and a lot of the times I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
Do you maybe have one, Jay?
Mhm.
Okay.
I have a lot of crazy ideas for myself that
Okay.
I really like, but
Okay,
yeah.
let's
Yeah, it might be nice. I'll make a list of tracks that I'm yeah,
you can drop it in the
that
Discord
amaze
if you
me.
want.
Yeah.
Hey, I just finished the poll. What's more important, music
Poll.
or marketing and promotion?
Oh, you know who makes really good tracks, but that's Schans. I really like the one by Kobo Seal. You Need the Drugs. But it's some hard shit, and we don't play it. But I actually listen to it on my ears when I'm training.
Okay.
Yeah,
to
I
get the
really like
energy.
that, and I also like the 227. Is that by Pegassi? I really like that track. It's a really good one. I like the rave playlist on Spotify.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
is it it's probably like tailored to you, right? A lot of playlists now are like
Yeah,
Yeah, it
like
is, but
tailored
still,
to
algorithm.
the
there
person.
it's the playlist picks from like 300 tracks and then make sure 100 for you get
Yeah.
there. But no, there's a lot of cool tracks in there, and yeah,
Okay.
I'm opening it right now. Swimming Pole VHS. It's an old one, but I really like it. 227 by Pegassi. Yeah. Oh yeah, also like the new Kiki, Can't Stop Loving You. It's a really good track.
Is it Phil
Here I
Collins?
also
Can't
see
Stop
You
Loving
Need the
You?
Drugs by Kobo Seal. My guy Schothagen, Pain in My Heart is in there. Wake the Fuck Up by Bassjackers, still in there. Wood. I like a lot of the new stuff by Odimel. I'm impressed by a guy called Ado, Sonic Jungle. I really like that track. Yeah, last time I also mentioned one by Benwall I really like. Which one is that? Dive. Oh man, it's an amazing track. Yeah, look them all up.
Okay.
I like them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've just ended the poll, which says what's more important, music or marketing and promotion. 75% mentioned that music is more important over the 25% of people that says
Yes.
marketing promotion is more
To
important.
be honest, it's also not a choice. It's not. It's an
Both.
yeah.
The one
But
can't exist without
we
the
all
other. I think.
want music to be more important, but I have to say there's so many artists out there that didn't get big because of their music.
Yeah, but
Also,
yeah, I think eventually you can't have shit music and
no,
build
that's
a
true.
great brand
They play
behind
really
it
good
over it.
sets. Yeah.
I mean,
Eventually,
you can maybe, but that it would be the exception.
Well, you don't have
the
to make
rule.
music. It's sometimes also the sets people
Oh,
play.
true.
They stand for
Yeah.
something, for a piece
Yeah.
of culture. Yeah,
But
how you want to call it.
I think that's something like 10 years ago was, it's important if you make your own music. I don't think people care at all anymore.
no.
Maybe some producers do.
Sometimes,
Maybe
yeah.
here on our podcast, the listeners they care.
Yeah.
it sometimes blends in good with the artist, but someone like if it's like Fisher or something, whether he produced himself or not, I don't think people care. It's like, hey man, the vibe he delivers and the persona he is, that's what people
I think for guys like James Hype,
like.
for example, is the same thing, right? Like he's a great DJ, but I think not a lot of people care if he makes his own music. I think his brand is more about the entertainment part of things and the skill that he has as a DJ.
He did have a big hit though.
Yeah, definitely. But if he didn't, like, I wonder how many people actually cared, right?
Why it was a really big hit.
It makes a
but
difference,
yeah,
but more
people
like
would
people
follow
don't
him
care if
also
he
for
made
that.
it.
Yeah.
People wouldn't care if he made it himself.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
Oh,
whatever.
like that. Yeah. But he did.
He did. Yeah, exactly. That makes it extra sick.
Yeah. But there's a lot of artists that don't, and people don't care. Yeah.
True.
But hey, Rihanna doesn't write all of her own songs also.
Most of
No, but she
the
does
most
sing.
of the pop artists don't write their own songs.
No, but it's weird, they sing about feelings which aren't their own. It's like really make believe. It's like
True. True. But still the skill of singing comes in a unique sound. So it's like it's
like they're singing they're
different, but,
brokenhearted whilst they're like happily married.
yeah.
Yeah, but we all know the feeling, so I get it kinda, but yeah, sometimes
resonates,
it's
yeah. Okay, shill time. What do you guys have to shill?
Us.
Didn't we get a clip of the week? Did we already do that?
That
We
was
didn't do it.
the photo of the week from
Was
it? I just forgot to play the jingle. I know I think about it now. Yeah.
Photo of the week.
Did we do the
Clip of the
community
week.
questions jingle?
Yeah, I played it.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm checking back the episode for it.
Yeah, you do it. I'm 100% sure.
No, yeah, I don't really
do you guys have anything to shill?
No, but I think everybody should just go to our SoundCloud and we have so much free stuff out there, and I see it being played so many times. And I also was discussing yesterday. Then I look at 1001 track list, and I see sometimes only really big DJs supporting it, but nobody else underneath, And
But does that get recorded on the 1001 track list?
well, they do radio shows, right? And yeah. But no, and we made a really cool edit. It's online for a few weeks now of Caramel by Mesto. I really like that track, and we made a really cool edit. Got supported by a lot of really cool DJs: Nine Nines, Amelie Lenz, Nova, Maddox, and I think you should support it too.
So
head over to soundcloud.com/bassjackers.
To everyone listening, if you ever play a track of Ralph or Jay, send in a video in the Discord. We'd like to
that's
see
a good
it.
one.
We'd like to see it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's in your bedroom, if it's in a club, if it's in a bar. We would just love to see that, man.
Yeah.
Especially if it's my new track, The Pain, that's out on the 30th of January. I'm actually updating my Instagram profile with the appropriate link for pre-saving my new track, The Pain.
Good point.
Do you use SoundCloud for promos?
No.
There's a couple of guys asking, by the way, where they can send promos to you. Is that like an email, or what's the best way to do it?
Oh, that people can send promos. I use TrackStack.
Oh, TrackStack. Okay. So that's who was asking. Someone was asking.
I live on SoundCloud, so
in TrackStack, you can
stack tracks.
You can TrackStack.
Push your tracks to me, and it's also my website. There's a link to it. So
okay.
And now you can pre-save The Pain on my profile.
In the link in bio.
And there's a little preview on my Instagram as well and TikTok of me playing it in my when I'm having a coffee. So you can have a little listen, a little preview.
I would like to not necessarily shill anything, I guess.
Oh, hey, my wife read your books.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah, I saw your head lying around the house the whole time, even in my bedroom.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Hanshu,
Wasn't
right?
good. Ugh.
Okay, did she like it?
There were cold weeks, man. Had to warm up myself.
And do you have to talk about your feelings now with your wife?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Only the good ones.
That's all good. No, I don't have anything to shill. As I said, in the upcoming Friday, I'm going into the studio once again to see how that. I'm excited to see how that goes. Curious to see how that goes as well. What else? Last week I ran 30 kilometers because in 2 weeks.
30?
30.
30.
30. 3 0.
Wow,
10
3
times
hours.
3.
that's crazy.
3 hours.
Huh? Oof.
Insane.
And in 2 weeks,
Good for you.
the walking, like the running event, which I'm training for, is in 2 weeks. So, looking forward to that as well.
Then you have to eat a lot.
Dude, I burned 2,500 calories.
Yeah.
Good luck with
It's an hour per 10 kilometers.
Yeah, we walk
That's
pretty
not
slow.
so fast.
No, it's like 6 minutes per kilometer. It's
Okay.
pretty slow.
Yeah, I walked a few 10 miles. That's like 16 kilometers.
I did a
Yeah,
half
but I don't anymore.
marathon, so I did 21 kilometers on 4:50.
Oh, that's pretty
So that was
quick.
pretty
Crazy.
intense.
That's
But
good.
but with like the 30 kilometers, I was with my brother and we kept like a slower pace. But that was fine. Like 3 hours is long, man. Holy shit!
Dude.
I was running like, when does this end?
And then do you listen to podcasts or music?
No, nothing. Like just I was
Nothing?
talking with my brother and like
You're raw dogging it.
just
Okay.
raw dogging the run. Yeah,
Oof.
exactly.
Wow,
Anyways,
it's impressive, huh?
yeah, thanks, man. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in again. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the replays, the everything. We appreciate you all. Welcome to all our new members on the channel, but also in the Discord. We appreciate you all. And we will be back next week with another episode. And Jay, have fun in China this week.
Thanks. This is my new branding. My new
Yeah, like
thing.
pictures like this. Smart one,
Yeah,
actually.
haircut.
See you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.